2 weeks is hardly a dip in the ocean of what Indonesia has in store for us. But if you're short on time and still want to make the most out of your holiday, stay tuned to see how we succeeded in visiting 6 Indonesian islands while still managing to enjoy a massage almost every single day. And all of this in just 2 weeks. The first step for us is choosing a smart baseline island. In this itinerary, I decided on Bali. After some research, I realized it has great plane connections abroad as well as domestically, which comes in very handy. It has great neighboring islands to explore that are very close by, and there are plentiful boat and plane connections with them. Bali is also simple to get around, there's plenty of apps helping you with that, and it's all due to tourism blooming here. And all of this will shorten your travel time immensely, which comes in super handy when you're on a short holiday. So now we've basically landed in Bali. We're jet-lagged, tired, and thus our first day, I suggest we take it easy in either Canggu or Seminyak. Both towns are relatively close by the airport and they're bustling with Indonesian energy. For myself, I find Seminyak to be the more suitable option according to our travel style, which is we always like something a little bit less touristy, a little bit more laid back. Seminyak is just gaining popularity while Canggu has been on the scene for a while and it's in full bloom now, so if that's your style, check the other one out. And whichever you choose, for the first 2 nights, I would recommend booking in advance. And what we usually do is book a resort for the first 2 nights to have the luxury of being able to relax, take it easy, have breakfast at hand. The place I booked in Seminyak is called Blue Karma Resort. I couldn't be happier with my choice. We had a spacious room, there was a lovely pool, we tried out their spa and enjoyed all the small details that made the entire experience feel unforgettable. They even served us with floating breakfast, one of Indonesia's or Bali's staples. And as our energy levels were rising again and the sleep was coming in, we slowly decided to explore the surrounding area. And while we were using the Gojek app, we connected with a driver that later became our daily driver for our future trips around the island. And that's a really good technique and a safe way to avoid getting ripped off while connecting with the locals. Next on our agenda is a move from Canggu or Seminyak to Ubud in central Bali. This location is great for exploring the rest of the island through day trips. You can either rent a scooter or a driver. We opt for the latter and it saved us so much time and energy that I can't recommend it enough. And finally, welcome to Ubud. This is the city where we're going to spend 4 nights exploring around the island in 2 day trips that we have planned with one of the local drivers, and an afternoon just exploring around the city itself, tasting some Balinese food, getting a nice relaxing massage as we tend to do daily here. Ubud is a lively town on its own, the place where you get to visit fire spectacles, enjoy some of the best Indonesian massages. Our best discovery till this day is Ubud Bodywork Center. Go find it. It has a lovely setting in an ancient building with a beautiful view over the city, and most importantly, they employed skilled masseuses. For the grand final, they compliment you with delicious ginger tea and papaya slices before you part ways. Ubud is also a culinary delight. We particularly enjoyed the Elephant Restaurant, just a minute's walk outside the city, or a bit longer. A minute if you're hungry, but definitely worth it. We joined our visit with a little activity. We visited the Kampuhan Ridge Trail and continued our way to the Elephant Restaurant. And the last thing I really have to recommend you to visit is exactly this, the Kampuhan Ridge Walk. You also have another option for smoothies or a drink at the end of this trail. It's a local warung with the best setting ever, great fresh juices, and a welcoming atmosphere. So my recommendations for Ubud are 4 nights spent in this city. Spend your first day, the day of your arrival, exploring it, and go to bed early in order to catch your first sunrise at Tegalalang rice terraces. You can enjoy being the first on the spot, it's a special kind of satisfaction, and walk around the small rice terrace all alone before the masses pack it up to the top. Have a swing on the majestic swings or drink your morning coffee there. It's up to you. The location is surrounded by local purifying temples. I found two, one of which is Pura Unung or the other one Pura Tirta. Our driver took us there, and there we had to dress in swaroks in respects to the gods, and dressed in our new attire, we were privileged to witness or indulge in ceremony of water purification. And that is also what you can do here. A definitely unique experience. We also had an agenda of trying some luwak or some Indonesian coffee on that day, but despite there being a countless number of such coffee farms around Ubud, finding one that would be animal friendly, which was our goal, was pretty hard. And I managed to find a little place further up north that served local coffee. It was just regular Indonesian coffee, not luwak coffee, and it also was told to have a beautiful view overlooking the island's volcano. However, we weren't lucky enough to see the view, but the coffee was delicious. We also tried a matcha, and I had my favorite oat milk here. It was so delicious, we decided to order food as well, and we weren't sorry. I mean, if you get the view, my god, this place is a bomb. It's called Kintamani Coffee. I presume you'll still have enough time in this day to visit one of the local waterfalls. There's plenty to choose from, but we left the decision to our driver, and he took us to Tegalalang waterfalls. Hope I pronounced that semi-right. It was a nice experience, plenty of waterfalls with the greenish water and masses of tourists. Now when you get back to Ubud, here's your spare time for that massage I was talking about. And again, go to bed early so we can wake up early in the morning again and make our way to the north of the island. The north of Bali for me is one of the most beautiful places. It has some of the most spectacular sights. We started with visiting the Ulun Danu sanctuary. It is the sanctuary of the rising temple, or the temple that rises from the water, depending on which season it is, either the wet or the dry season. It is beautiful in the morning, and we loved renting one of the traditional boats to get a look from the other side. The north has a little something extra in store for you. Remember that coffee plantation I was looking for around Ubud? Well, we found a more pristine version that's really popular among the European tourists on the north of the island. It's a second-generation coffee plantation that has recently been opened for tourism. And now we continue our way to one of the most beautiful places in entire Bali, to the one and only UNESCO World Heritage Site, the beautiful and majestic Jatiluwih rice terraces. My eyes have yet to witness so much greenery, such baby fresh green color everywhere my sight could reach. You pay 2 entrance fees, once for the car and your driver and one for the trail itself. The trail has actually several options you can take. It's all up to you. You have an unlimited amount of time in this place. Just enjoy and make the best out of it, because this is one of the experiences of your trip. We're also surprised by a really good restaurant in the middle of this UNESCO heritage site. I'm gonna put the name down in the description box below or on the screen. The food was delicious, they had a restroom, and it's a great stop to further enjoy and enhance your experience before continuing your trail around the rice terraces. We also made a short stop at the Hangara Gate. That is a spot you've probably seen all over Instagram. It's the famous door where everyone takes pictures, but that is actually just a simple entrance door to a golf place. It has no historical value, but the Balinesians have made it a success. On our way back to Ubud, our driver had a little something up his sleeve. He stopped at a local monkey forest, which is a very, very good alternative to the Ubud monkey forest, which is overcrowded and the monkeys tend to steal stuff from you. Here the monkeys are a bit more isolated, more local, don't tend to steal so much because the tourists haven't taught them yet that that's an option. So yeah, that's a really big recommendation as well. Visit the monkey forest sanctuary on your way back. This is our cue to start island hopping, or in the rainy season, I might suggest a combination with some plane hopping. Our next island is less known compared to Bali, which means less crowds and more development. This island is notorious for its wonders of nature. It's a bit less known for its hidden local market that we've stumbled upon and have to share with the world. But you have surely heard of its blooming underwater life and its famously dangerous lizard. Any ideas where we're flying next? Subscribe, tap that ring bell to embark to our next destination together. You won't be disappointed, as yet again our trip will be fueled with Indonesian delicacies.
You ready?
I don't know, are you ready? Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye!